We're back. This time we're talking about beat block.
Blocked and reported.
Beat block is when you start a beat, you work on it for 30 minutes just to end up deleting it and starting all over again, just for the same thing to happen. The last 6 projects I've opened, I've just had to delete partway through. You just fucking rage quit out of them because you already know it's going to be ass. However, you can't make a beat when you can't beat it because you got beat block. You know what I'm saying? So if you got beat block and you can't beat it, so you can't make a beat, then it's time to beat the beat block, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now this sounds counterintuitive, but the way to beat the beat block is to limit yourself.
Monkey like a monkey, sky's the limit and space is the place.
Hear me out. The first thing that I do if I'm really struggling to actually get something started that I like is to narrow down on one particular thing. One particular trick or technique or method, anything that is going to get you started off right. You can use ones that you've learned in the past, or you just go on YouTube and you look up how to make insert whatever. One of those, use this one trick to make your drums so hard you get trespassed from Hooters, or something like how to make drums so hard your wife calls the cops, make your drums slap so hard that your neighbors move out, melodies so clean you get fired from Target, anything like that. You've seen the titles. I've even made one. And then whatever that thing is, you're going to use to start the beat. You know it's going to work, and you've limited yourself already, so you don't just wander aimlessly doing nothing. We'll make the beat so I can beat my fucking what the hell. Now let's make the beat so I can beat my beat block and get Jesus fucking Christ. Now let's make the beat so I can finally beat my beat block and get back to making the beats that I want to make. Okay, so I already have an idea of what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to use. First, I'm just going to pick my key. Let's just do D minor. Yes, I just picked a short synth sound, and I already know that if I play the root notes, and I can just alternate between these, and then you play alternate between the 5th and the 6th. So I just walk down with these bass notes, and then alternate between the 5th and the 6th, and then change it up right at the end. It's very simple, but it works, and that's all we need right now. I can make it more interesting after. I just need something to get started when I have no idea what to make. Same thing, I'll just layer it with something else. I just changed the pitch of that one so it spreads them apart a bit more in the frequency band. Just want to dip it a bit, but not too much. Just enough. There. That kind of softens up that the stab in the middle. It makes it a little less harsh. All I did was use this small music theory trick. Minor key, walk the bass notes down, and then just alternate or whatever pattern you want on the 5 and 6. I just know that that works pretty much every time for this type of genre. Or using these notes of the scale will work in this genre almost every time. So I always know it's a good thing to start with. Once you get something down that you like, it's a lot easier to go off of once you're started. And starting with something that you know is going to work is a really good way to finally actually be able to finish things. Jesus fuck.
Jesus Christ! Put on!
To actually be able to finish something if you haven't been able to for a while. I already know that a high-pitched top line is kind of what you would want to add to this next. Just because we have a lot of mid-range stuff, I'm probably going to add an 808 instead of a bass, so I'll do it later with the drums. I know I'm going to want something higher, just to fill out the frequency range better. So now instead of having to just come up with something out of nowhere, I just have to find something that goes along with this, instead of build something out of nothing. So I already have more direction than when I started. I just want that quiet. I just think it's a unique sound, so I wanted to throw it in there. But no, we'll actually add what I was going to. I think I'm going to add actually a bass into here, and then I'll render this and then flip it before I add drums. I might add an 808 still, so if you add this, if you add a bass with some high end, and then you render everything and take out the low end again, you still kind of get some of that in the sample, but then Still have room for your 808 after. Helps fill it out a little bit. I can just follow the bass notes that I had. Still don't have to make anything new, just have to pick sounds. This one has a good sound to it. I think if I turn it down, and then we're cutting most of it out later anyways. I really like this one. It's kind of farting on the beat, but... No, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. Perfect, okay. Simple. There. Now I can just fuck with this. Speed it up. Pitch it down. Now we just add some drums. Okay, that's the loop. Now we'll just arrange it. And I think I have an idea already for what I want to do. I want to make an automation clip of halftime. So I'll halftime it right until the drums cut. And then we'll cut the halftime for the last beat of here. And now that you're this far, like now that I was able to actually get a good loop finally, it's a lot easier and more fun arranging it when something's actually like good to listen to and you can add all the fun parts. I used to hate arranging beats. It used to be my least favorite thing, like by far, not even close. But at some point, I feel like you find that it's actually the best part. Perfect. I want this to come in more when the drums end. Like that. There we go. For like the ear candy stuff, I just do a whole track and then throw a pretty good sized reverb on it. And then I usually route a lot of this stuff to it. And it helps just kind of sync them into the background. So you feel them more than hear them. A volume automation here to go along with the gross beat. I'm so fucking bad at using automation clips, it's insane. But I'm getting better. These are kind of your best friend, honestly. Now, I think I want something like this. You just add a whole bunch of stuff around there. A bunch of little things. They really add up. And I'm just gonna use the intro again for the end of the chorus. Okay, I'm just gonna add some more sound effects, really fill out, keep this interesting. I think I'm gonna go grab some like weird sound. This might be weird, but I'm gonna use that. Okay, I like that one too. Use a couple of these. How the fuck do you get a straight line in this single curve? That's good enough. Oh, that's how you get one. Just gonna push it so it's like on beat and then pitch it down if I have to. Alright, that's pretty good. Hopefully I beat my beat block. You're gonna hear it now.